Beamy Tyler, 27, assistant manager at mid-sized boutique gym called Horizon Fit Studio, squeezed between juice bar and nail salon. Work days mostly juggling memberships, towel laundry, playlist complaints, and explaining that no, protein powder is not a steroid. Gym vibe before all this pretty normal, mix of office workers, moms, college kids, couple meatheads who grunt like dying lawnmowers under squat racks. Old HR dude named Dennis handled hiring, contracts, boring trainings about not hitting on clients in the sauna, then vanished back into office cave. Culture simple enough. Be professional, don't steal pre-workout, don't drop dumbbells like meteor strikes. Help people not injure themselves. One Wednesday afternoon, email pings our staff group, subject line, welcoming our new director of member safety and gender equity, mandatory meeting. Title alone sounds like someone took 3 think pieces, blended them into smoothie, poured over our time cards. We gather in group studio, lights dim, smell of rubber mats, and last night's hot yoga still haunting the air. Club manager stands in front with nervous smile, next to woman early 30s, sleek ponytail, sharp blazer over strong women scare boys tank. Name badge reads, Kendra Lowe, Director of Member Safety and Gender Equity. Lanyard pinned with believe her, listen then lift. She thanks us for sharing this space, voice slow, trained, like she's used to telling executives they are the problem while they pay her for it. Begins slideshow of stats about women harassed in gyms, stared at, filmed, touched without asking, stories from TikTok and articles with lots of caps. Says Horizon wants to become the safest place in the city for women to move their bodies without male interference. Calls her program Lift Safe Initiative. Logo shows dumbbell wrapped in pastel ribbon like it's about to graduate college. Staff glances bounce between floor and screen. Some women nod along, some guys shift in chairs doing quiet math on how bad this will get. Kendra lays out phases like boss intro in video game. Says phase 1 starts next week. Policies non-negotiable. We're writing history. Phase 1 email arrives Friday night. Subject, reclaiming space, zone redesign. Floor map attached with bright overlays. Women's strength zone, carved out of half-free weight area. Neutral cardio on mezzanine. Men's focus zone, mostly shoved near squat racks and sled track. Policy text says women can use any zone. Men barred from women's strength, except when transiting quickly without lingering, whatever that means with barbells. Male trainers told not to initiate conversation in that zone, only respond if woman explicitly asks for help. Otherwise, their gaze is considered intrusive by default. Spotting rule explains male staff should avoid physical contact in women's zone entirely, even if asked, and seek female trainer to assist when safety needed. Read that line 3 times. Brain keeps circling back to image of someone failing a bench, while I stand at tape line, clapping gently. Weekend arrives, new floor signs appear, pink posters saying, "Women rest here," floor tape cutting free weight area into invisible countries. First Monday under Lift Safe, regulars walk in confused. Guys hover near tape trying to decode whether 20-pound dumbbell is now contraband. Woman member Jess, who deadlifts like small truck, rolls her eyes at sign, says, "I just want space, not creeps." Grabs bar from women's zone anyway. Midday rush hits. I see newbie girl struggling with incline bench in women's zone, arms shaking, bar path wobbling like drunk snake. Instinct says jog over and spot. Training says stay in lane until asked, Kendra's policy says male presence itself can be felt as pressure. Call across softly, asking if she's okay. She nods too fast. Bar dips. Friend rushes in. Chaos narrowly avoided. Heart rate skyrockets without cardio. Later, Kendra strolls by, watches from distance, remarks that peer support between women is exactly what we want. Pretends not to notice my clenched jaw. Phase 1, mostly just inconvenient. Men crowded into remaining racks, women squeezed between racks and mirrors. Vibe awkward, but gym still functioning. Week 2 email lands. Subject, Phase 2, emotional safety and trainer boundaries. Text explains that male trainers tend to dominate instructional space, leaving women feeling like props in their own workouts. New rule: male trainers cannot correct women's form unless woman directly asks for help, even if lift clearly dangerous. Feedback to be routed through coaching suggestion cards placed around gym. Women can drop anonymous notes if they feel stared at or judged. Coaching card examples show handwritten notes like, "Man in red shirt breathed too loud near my squat." Captioned, "Small harms matter too." During staff huddle, Kendra emphasizes on side of silence, says, "It is better to let one rep be messy than risk emotional harm." Group laughs nervously because messy reps in this building can mean blown knees, snapped backs, ambulances. Phase 3 sneaks in on random Thursday. Subject, rebalancing unpaid care, cleaning, and comfort distribution. Message says women carry more care responsibilities outside gym, so inside we need men to carry physical load. Policy assigns men to take majority of cleaning tasks: mat wiping, weight re-racking, restroom checks, towel runs, so women can just train and leave. Women still expected to help when appropriate, but base schedule shows guys pulling triple rounds on closing duties, restroom charts full of male names. Joke with coworker Devin that we're now barbell janitors. He shrugs, says, as long as paycheck doesn't suddenly match mop water. Month goes by, small frictions piling like plates on wrong rack. Guys tired of chasing weights, women tired of walking around tape lines, everyone tired of memos. Then corporate announces something actually exciting: huge sportswear brand called Nova Gear, considering Horizon for big Strong Her campaign launch. Nova Gear planning to shoot ads, throw launch event in one of our flagship clubs, maybe sign multi-year partnership if Vibe fits their empowerment marketing. Regional manager visits, beaming, says if it goes well, budget opens up, more staff, better machines, maybe new AC, so spin class doesn't feel like lung sauna. Kendra practically glows, says Lift Safe will be centerpiece, showing how brand and gym values align, already drafting talking points about disrupting bro culture. Nova Gear team comes for tour. 3 women and 1 guy with tablet, film everything, nod at Women's Zone, scribble notes about storytelling opportunities. They like idea of live event where influencer trainers teach women-only class, cameras catch tears and sweat, sell leggings to people crying about finally being seen. Date gets set for Saturday afternoon, event called She Lifts First, invites plastered everywhere, pink graphics covering even the poor water fountain. In lead-up week, Kendra cranks policies to 11, adds temporary rule for event. For the duration of She Lifts First, male staff presence in front of house will be minimized. Men assigned mostly to back storage, loading dock, trash, emergency only on floor, female staff handling all direct member interaction. extra volunteers recruited from other locations, mostly young women with matching Horizon shirts and shaky understanding of our actual layout. Event morning arrives, gym buzzing like beehive dipped in pre-workout, Nova Gear banners hanging from railings, tables stacked with brand bottles and crop tops. Sound guy tests speakers, camera crew sets up lights near squat rack backdrop, women's zone roped off behind velvet rope for registered participants only. Male members reading sign told they can use upstairs studio as substitute. Look at yoga balls, look at heavy barbells, sigh like sitcom dads. Kendra holds quick staff meeting, reiterates ground rules. No male staff in camera frame unless absolutely vital. All safety spotting handled by women trainers. Reminds us about boundaries, no unsolicited corrections. Says, if something looks wrong, trust women to self-regulate or ask each other. We stand there in black polos, holding cleaning bottles and worry, nodding like we're not mentally drafting 911 calls. Event kicks off, DJ pumping pop remixes, influencer coach named Lexi on mic yelling. This is for the girls who were told to stay small. Dozens of women packed into women's zone with barbells and dumbbells, camera crew weaving between them, floor literally vibrating under jumping lunges. Nova Gear team watches from balcony, filming everything, posting to stories about rewriting strength. Devin and I stuck near back door, stacking crates of branded water, listening to muffled squeals and iron clanks through wall. 30 minutes in, one of our regulars, Carla, slips past rope to join. Strong lifter, knows her stuff, but squeezed into crowd like sardine. She loads a bar for back squats, more weight than Lexi's generic demo sets, because not everyone their beginner Instagram model. From supply closet doorway, I can see her through gap. Knees cave in slightly as she grinds second rep. Bar path wobbly. Instinct screams to move, adjust angle, call cues, something, anything, but men not allowed in zone, not allowed to yell across and intrude. Spotter assigned to that rack is temp trainer, who mostly teaches dance cardio. Arms like linguini. Eyes glued to camera instead of lifter. Third rep begins. Carla sinks. Knees slide inward more. Her face turns full panic mid-lift. Tiny gasp swallowed by DJ Bass. Bar stalls. Spotter hesitates. Tries awkward upright row of death. Lexi too busy yelling motivational phrases into mic to notice specific disaster forming. Weight shifts sideways. Plate clips side of rack. Spins. Whole bar tilts. Carla bails backward, falling onto bench behind her. Shin slamming metal. Bar crashes, plates roll, couple women scream, one trips, stepping away, scene instantly dissolving from empowerment aesthetic to gym fail compilation. Camera guy catches half of it before dropping rig to help. Nova Gear brand manager curses under breath, already imagining lawsuits in neon letters. I sprint toward tape line on reflex. Stop when Kendra appears like boss battle, arms out, hissing, "Tyler, stay out. We have enough staff in there." Shout that someone may be hurt, she insists. Women can care for each other. Male bodies rushing in will escalate panic. Actually says those words while Carla clutches leg. Lisa, one of our actual experienced trainers, pushes past Kendra into zone, kneels by Carla, checks knee while shouting for ice and room to breathe. Devin arrives with medkit anyway, ignoring Kendra's "you're not cleared for this area," because legally broken knees outrank gender feelings. After chaos settles, Carla helped to seating, bruised, shaken, maybe worse, paramedics eventually called, just in case. Event vibe completely tanked, music lowered, Nova Gear crew huddles in office with manager, brand manager's face blank like spreadsheet of disappointment. Rest of day passes in slow motion, women's zone closed, signs saying area temporarily unavailable, women members quietly muttering while they pack bags. 2 days later, corporate email arrives, subject incident review, she lifts first event, tone dryer then chalk bucket. Attached, a second email from Nova Gear, politely expressing grave concerns about our event's safety culture and apparent policies limiting trained staff response based on gender. They mention video footage showing male staff hesitating near tape while lifter struggles say, "This contradicts fundamental principles of participant safety." Also note confusion over who was allowed to spot. Question why less experienced trainers were assigned heavy racks while more qualified staff stayed off-floor. Final line stings. Given this experience, we have decided not to pursue further partnership opportunities with Horizon at this time. Regional manager calls emergency meeting, drags Kendra, club managers, some of us floor leads into windowless conference room that smells like dry coffee and panic. Projector shows paused still image of Carla's failed squat, my shoulder visible at edge near tape. Whole thing looking like court evidence. External safety consultant walks through timeline, points out how many seconds pass between bar visibly wobbling and anyone reacting meaningfully. Reads lift-safe policy line that says male staff must minimize physical presence in women's zone and avoid unsolicited corrections. Asks Kendra if she consulted any certified trainers or safety officers before enforcing these rules. She responds with monologue about lived experience of women in gyms. Consultant nods, then says, lived experience also includes getting hurt while people watch, but feel prohibited from intervening. Regional manager looks like his blood pressure could power treadmill. Asks me what I saw from back, voice tight but controlled. Explain that from doorway I could see form breaking down, wanted to cue Carla, but also knew cameras focused on women leading women narrative, and that I wasn't supposed to cross rope. Add that when Devon rushed in, Kendra tried to stop him, worry about optics, beating, worry about bones for crucial seconds. Room quiet except hum of projector, everyone picturing emails from lawyers like ghosts behind consultant's head. Corporate lawyer on call speaks up, says policies that bar staff from assisting due to gender pose significant liability, especially when written and enforced against internal pushback. Kendra gets defensive, says, men always use safety language to keep controlling space. This is backlash disguised as concern. Lawyer replies calmly, no, this is footage of a member getting hurt while trained staff literally held back by your ropes and memos. Regional manager flips to second slide, shows chart of injury reports since lift safe launch, numbers creeping up at same time as unsolicited correction incidents drop. Kendra tries to spin, saying, fewer emotional harms being reported. Consultant counters. Physical harm went up instead. That's not improvement. It's trade-off you didn't disclose. Meeting ends not with group hug, but with phrase, lift safe initiative is suspended, effective immediately pending full dismantling. Regional manager turns to Kendra, thanks her for passion, then flatly states her role as Director of Member Safety and Gender Equity is terminated. Adds that her policies were implemented without proper safety review, cost company a major partnership, and almost cost more than bruises. She stares at table, eyes glassy, mutters, "So women's comfort doesn't matter as much as one brand's check." Lawyer answers, "Comfort doesn't disappear when male trainers exist, but trust definitely disappears when cameras catch you blocking them from doing their jobs." Next week, women's zone tape quietly peeled off, signs tossed in back room, free weights again open to everyone with one rule: don't be a creep or an idiot. Spotting guidelines reverted to boring normal. Whoever closest and qualified helps, regardless of chromosomes. Weirdly revolutionary in this building. Cleaning chart redone too. Chores split by shift, not gender. Nobody forced into mop duty because of Y chromosome, though some guys actually keep wiping more by habit now. Carla eventually returns with brace and dark humor. Jokes she survived. The feminist squat challenge only trusts Lisa to spot now, fair enough. Nova Gear sends final email saying they're moving partnership to rival chain, where safety protocols and branding strategy align more closely with our standards. Our gym loses chance at shiny campaign, keeps its old rusty bikes and optimistic posters about summer abs instead. Months pass. Lift safe becomes half-whispered joke in staff room, phrase used whenever someone overcomplicates easy task. Careful, that's how we get another initiative. One slow afternoon, I'm at front desk, scrolling on my phone between check-ins. Thumb numb, eyes half-glazed. Algorithm serves article from wellness industry blog. Headline reading, "I was fired for making gyms safe for women. My story as a safety director." Photo shows Kendra in cozy sweater, holding mug that says, "Girls just want to be safe." Plants behind her like leafy hostages. Skim piece, she describes Horizon as toxic bro gym, where men refused to get out of women's way. Claims she built program women loved until one freak accident. Says male staff, stood by and let a woman fall to prove her policies wrong. Paints herself as martyr, pushed out for daring to protect women. No mention of memos telling us to freeze at edge of warning tape. No screenshot of group chat where trainers begged to be allowed to coach form normally. Comment section full of people writing, "Stealing this idea for my studio." "We need women's lifting zones yesterday." My stomach sinks like dumbbell through drywall. Imagine some poor trainer in another city watching bar wobble while wondering if helping will get them written up for patriarchal interference. Close article, open anonymous board in another tab, fingers hovering over new thread like it's emergency stop on treadmill going too fast. Start typing. Be me, gym floor guy who watched a feminist safety program turn spotting into a thought crime while a brand partnership and one woman's knee got sacrificed to optics. Figure if people about to copy-paste her playbook, someone should at least drop patch notes from version 1 before they load it into their own squat rack